children. Today we will learn the Narayana revision classes scheme dated 10th, dated 10th of July, class 10th. Subject social studies, topic is India relief features. India relief features. What did we learn yesterday? That is day before yesterday we have learned about the Himalayas and the importance of the Himalayas. Today we will learn about the Indo-Gangetic Plains and the Peninsular Plateau. Based on these two, the assignment has been given to you. So first question is, you know very well that the Indo-Gangetic Plains are divided into three parts. The eastern part, the western part and the central part. The central part extends from which area to which area? That is the first question. The central part extends from which river to which river? That is river Gagar to river Teesta. So first question answer is river Gagar to river Teesta. Right children? So that is this is the first answer, river Gagar to river Teesta. So that is what is the central part of the Indo-Gangetic Plains? Central part of the Indo-Gangetic Plains is river Ganga plain. River Ganga extends from which area to the which area? That is river Gagar to river Teesta. Right children? And now you have to identify the mismatch. They have given two important areas where you need to identify the mismatch. First one is Anaimudi, Western Ghats. Anaimudi is in Western Ghats. That is correct only. And second one is Araikonda in Deccan Plateau. Araikonda is in the Eastern Ghats, but they have given as the Deccan Plateau. So that is the mismatch. What is the mismatch? Araikonda and Deccan Plateau is the mismatch. So the second one answer is Araikonda and the Deccan Plateau. That is the answer. That is the mismatch. So what is the correct match? Araikonda and the Eastern Ghats is the correct match, but they have given Deccan Plateau, right children? And the third one is, see, they have given one statement and you have to correct the statement and write that one. The southernmost tip of the Peninsular Plateau is Mahanadi. The southernmost tip of the Peninsular Plateau. You know, Peninsular Plateau is extending from the, that is north, from the area, that is from Malwa Plateau onwards, it is extending up to Deccan Plateau, you know. So what did they ask? They gave that the Peninsular Plateau is extending, the southern edge of Peninsular Plateau is extending up to Mahanadi. But where is Mahanadi? Mahanadi is here. If you observe the Indian map, you will observe that the Peninsular Plateau, that is Malwa Plateau, is located here. Chotanagpur Plateau is located here. Deccan Plateau is located here. All the three together we call that as the Peninsular Plateau. And the southern edge of the Peninsular Plateau lies in the Kanyakumari, here. But they said that it is Mahanadi. Mahanadi is somewhere in Orissa. So that is not the correct one. So what is the correct one? That is in the place of Mahanadi. Mahanadi is wrong. So in the place of Mahanadi, we need to write the Kanyakumari. In the place of Mahanadi, we need to write the Kanyakumari. So then what is the statement telling? The statement tells that, what is the statement says? The statement says that the Peninsular Plateau, the southern edge of the Peninsular Plateau is Kanyakumari. Okay, the southern edge of the Peninsular Plateau is Kanyakumari. So you need to write the full sentence. You need to write the full sentence. Okay, and the next one is. See the fourth one, that is which is the wrong statement. They have given certain statements regarding the Deccan Plateau. You need to identify the wrong statement. See this, the Deccan Plateau is slightly tilted towards the east. That is correct only. See here, the Deccan Plateau is tilted towards the east. Like this it has been, so slightly tilted towards the east is the correct one. And see the second one, the northern boundary of Deccan Plateau is Vindhya Ranges. Is it correct? No, because Vindhya ranges are running like this and below that the Satpura ranges are there. So these Satpura ranges are the northern boundary. The northern boundary of Deccan Plateau is Satpura ranges, but they have given as the Vindhya ranges, so that is the wrong one. Hence, which is the wrong one? That is second statement. Second statement is the wrong one. Okay. And sometimes 3 and 4 also may be wrong. Once read the third one. What is the third one? The eastern boundary, the southern boundary is Nilgiris. That is correct. The southern boundary of Deccan Plateau is Nilgiris. That is correct. And the fourth one is the Eastern Ghats are in the east and the Western Ghats are on the west. That is also correct. Hence, the wrong statement is only the second one. That is, the Vindhya ranges are the northern boundary of the Deccan Plateau is the wrong one. Right, children? And next one is, which is the highest peak in Nilgiris? Which is the highest peak in Nilgiris? The highest peak in Nilgiris is Dodabetta. Dodabetta is the highest peak in the Nilgiris. Dodabetta is the highest peak in the Nilgiris. Right, children? And now you need to understand and identify the odd one. They have given certain hills names. You need to identify the odd one. What is the odd one? Nalavala, Velikondalu, next Seshachalam Hills and Palani Hills. See here, Nalavala Hills are a part of this Andhra Pradesh, that is Eastern Ghats. And Seshachalam Hills are also, that is in Chittoor, a part of the Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats, Velikondalu a part of the Eastern Ghats. But Palani Hills, they are a part of the Western Ghats. They are a part of the Western Ghats. That is here, and hence the odd one is Palani Hills. The odd one is Palani Hills. Palani Hills is the odd one. Okay, children. Palani Hills. That is the odd one. And that is now we are answering the one more questions. They have given one question, that is arrange the following from the highest order to the lowest order. Highest to the lowest. And what are the things that they have given? Araikonda, Dodabetta, Anaimudi and Kanchenjunga. They have given 4 peaks and we have to write them from the highest to the lowest. Now Himalayan peaks are the highest, no doubt at all. Hence Kanchenjunga, that is Kanchenjunga is the highest one. So first one is Kanchenjunga. And you know very well that Anaimudi is the highest peak in the Peninsular Plateau. So the second highest is Anaimudi. And later Dodabetta. Later the third one is Dodabetta. And what is the fourth one? Last remaining is Araikonda. Araikonda height is only 1628. So out of all the four, the least highest is the Araikonda only. This is 2637, this is 2710, this is more than 8000. So you can see very clearly that Kanchenjunga, Anaimudi, Dodabetta and Araikonda is the order of arrangement from highest to the lowest. That is the 7th question. So you need to explain any two features of the Peninsular Plateau. Peninsular Plateau features. What are the features of the Peninsular Plateau? Peninsular Plateau, it is having, see here, Peninsular Plateau is having so many important features. One of the most important features is that is mold crystalline hard igneous rocks. It is composed of mold crystalline hard igneous and metamorphic rocks. So first feature is that one. It is surrounded by the shallow valleys. It is surrounded by the shallow valleys, rounded hills. Shallow valleys and rounded hills. So that is also second feature. There are some other features you can write any two. You will get 1 mark for this. Shallow valleys and rounded hills. This is the answer for that particular question. And next question is 9th question. The 9th question they have asked about which river forms the easternmost part of the Indo-Gangetic plains. In the Indo-Gangetic plains or the northern plains, which one forms the eastern boundary? Which river? Which river? Brahmaputra river. Brahmaputra river forms the easternmost boundary or easternmost area of the Indo-Gangetic plains. Right, children? And now we will be understanding about the different features of the Indo-Gangetic Plains. What are the different features? The first one is Barber. What is Barber? Barber means a porous pebble studded zone. Pebble studded zone means pebbles are there. Pebbles, small rocks are there and extending in between a width of, that means they will be flowing up to a width of 8 to 16 kilometers in the foothills of the Shivaliks. Near the foothills of the Shivaliks, 8 to 16 kilometers, 8 to 16 kilometers width, they will be flowing and we call them as a Barber. Not only that, another one is Terai. Terai is a marshy tract. That is a marshy tract found near the low-lying areas. Suddenly all the water will come and there most of the flora and fauna is observed. So children, the features are Barber, Terai and alluvial plains. Most fertile plains are found like the Bangar and the Khadar, older alluvium and the newer alluvium. So these are the different parts of this plain. These are the different parts. What are the three parts of Barber, Terai and alluvial plains? Alluvial plains. Now let us discuss about the 11th question. What is the 11th question? Why do the plains attract the highest density of population? Very simple children. Because the rivers they deposit the fertile soil which is useful for the agriculture. First point is fertile soil which is useful for agriculture is available there. And second one is perennial rivers. Because the rivers are flowing continuously in this region. So due to that the water scarcity is not there, hence most of the people prefer to live over there. And third one is the climate. The climate of this particular area is also highly suitable for the life of both the animals and the plants, including the human beings. So that is the third one. And fourth one is it is having the highest concentration of the pilgrim centers. Like you know very well that river Ganga, in the coast of river Ganga, Kasi, Prayaga, Gaya, like this, so many important pilgrim centers are there. And like this, they have attracted the population. So these are the reasons. What are the reasons for the highest density of population in the Indo-Gangetic Plains? That is, first one is fertile soil, second one is perennial rivers, third one is climate, and the fourth one is the pilgrim centers. Due to all these reasons, the highest amount of the population is attracted towards this particular northern plains. Right, children? Tomorrow we will meet with one more assignment key. Until then, children, have a good day and have a nice studies.